Good morning and Shabbat Shalom. We are blessed in our community to have students as brilliant as Bet is, who offered such a full and beautiful teaching of Parashat Vayigash. And so this morning, I will just share a Bissel Torah, a little bit of Torah. Each December on Instagram, one finds a plethora of holiday photos, travel, and festive parties, and we also find screenshots of Spotify Wrapped, which is a campaign that enables Spotify users to share their most listened to songs and artists and genres from the past year. Spotify Wrapped is such a wild success because all of us find meaning in the nostalgia associated with our favorite melodies from the past year or even from our life. We each have a list of songs that make up our emotional musical library. Perhaps we long for someone and the song gives us that person for 2.5 minutes. Or we need a mood booster and the song takes this moment to fun, or we need to accept a new reality, and listening to the song over and over again can foster the acceptance of it. In this week's Torah portion, Vayigash, Joseph and his brothers are in Egypt. Joseph reveals his identity to them, and they are overcome with emotion. They embrace each other. And the brothers return home to Canaan to tell their father, Jacob. The text tells us that when they tell Jacob that Joseph is still alive and in fact ruling over Egypt, that Jacob's heart went numb. He was in such disbelief. It took significant convincing to get Jacob to digest that his son Joseph was still alive. The Midrash, which is our tradition's storytelling mechanism for filling in the blanks that Torah often leaves us with, says the following. Joseph's brothers knew that when they told Jacob that Joseph is still alive, he would be stunned and he wouldn't believe them. As they neared home, they ran into Sara, Asher's daughter, their niece, and Jacob's granddaughter. They explained the situation and they asked for her help to go to Jacob with a harp and to sing and play beautifully. Knowing the sweetness of her voice, they asked for her to sing that Joseph is indeed alive and that he reigns over Egypt. And so she did. She sang this song to Jacob, repeating it 3 times, and then the Midrash tells us that joy overtook Jacob and he was filled with the Spirit of God. He knew that this song told the truth. He blessed his granddaughter Sara and asked for her to repeat the song yet again so he could once more feel the joy and the holiness that it brought him. Maybe with each repetition, Jacob closed his eyes and Joseph's face appeared. Perhaps only music could put Jacob in a place of openness to accept that his son has been alive all this time, for music can strip us of the walls that we put up. Maybe the newness of the song disarmed him, and the sound of his granddaughter's voice made him nostalgic about his life, and the sweetness of her singing softened his jadedness. The Talmud teaches us that wherever there is joy, there is song. This is certainly true for Jacob, who maybe felt true joy in this moment for the first time since the loss of Joseph. One thing is for certain, Jacob was forever changed. Music in Judaism is not merely an art form or a means of entertainment. It is, in its deepest essence, a sacred language, a divine gift that connects us to God, to our heritage, and to one another. It is a bridge between the earthly and the celestial, the temporal and the eternal. For Jewish people, music is not just heard, it is felt, experienced, and lived. The Hebrew language, with its musical cadence and its vibrancy, lends itself particularly to song. And when our words are woven into melody, they become way more than just utterances. they become a holy offering. Whether it is the solemnity of Kol Nidre on Yom Kippur, the joyous songs of Hanukkah, or the uplifting melodies of Shabbat, music deepens the prayer experience. It enhances its meaning and brings us closer to the divine. Perhaps this song of Sara was the melody missing in a prayer that Jacob had repeated in his head for years. Maybe only when set to music could its words become true. In the end, the power of music in Judaism lies in its ability to transcend the boundaries of the material world and touch the divine. It allows us to express our deepest emotions and to draw closer to God. It gives us strength in times of immense difficulty and brings joy to all of our celebrations. Whether through the ancient melodies of our prayers or the lively songs of our communities ever written, music is the heartbeat of Jewish life. In the year 2025, let us continue to sing and to play and to listen, knowing that with every note, we are engaging in a timeless and sacred dialogue with God.